Hey everybody, welcome back to Constructive Talks. We having some fun, me and Dad. Man, hurricane.
Wow.
It
Man.
was a lot of work involved in that, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. But Helen did a lot, didn't
Oh yeah, yeah,
she?
yeah. But it took you about 2 weeks to get your lights back on, right?
Yeah.
About two
Yeah.
weeks, and there's still a lot of mess around here needs to be
Yes,
cleaned up.
Lord. Trees, things
Mm-hmm.
down everywhere, man. You're wanting to say, damn, why they ain't got this mess up yet? Boy, they ain't got to it yet.
It's a lot.
Boy, it's a lot, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It sure is.
Devastation.
And then when you get to North Carolina, but now, oh my goodness.
It's
I
even worse.
seen where the water washed down through town
Mm-hmm.
and trees away, man. It looked like a river about 100 feet deep or something. A hole, that's where the water went, man. You know, and then you come outside the next morning and you got trees laying in people's houses,
Mm-hmm.
on top of people's houses, and you can't get out the front door, but you're still alive to look at that, man. That's a blessing, man. It's a lot of people got killed with that.
Yes, sir. A whole
Hmm.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Devastating. They still hadn't recovered.
Right.
So let me ask you this question. So, man, um, I'm writing this book called The Fixing the Unbroken Me.
Hmm.
And me and my aunt was talking earlier about how children are, teenagers, children are so inundated with information now that even if they're in a balanced or decent household, the influence outside the house have them thinking that their household is broken.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I wouldn't take that from my parents. Or your parents tell you what to do. Oh, oh, you gotta do your homework. Why? I don't have to do my. It's comparison.
Hmm.
And that's one of the things that I write about that the cultural conditioning do to us. We compare our lives with a lot of other people's lives in our space or outside, right?
Hmm.
Chasing that thing.
Right.
Um, so what do you think with all this information that the youth gets bombarded with, right? I mean,
Hmm.
it's you can't check it. You can't control it. You can't.
Hmm.
It's so many methods to communicate. You don't need a telephone because you can use Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So if you don't have access to a phone, you can use Wi-Fi on your pad and call people.
Hmm.
You can use an app to call people now. You don't need a cell phone service.
Hmm.
So what do you think, man, is a good thing that a parent, people who care for the youth, a method to just try to get them to, to listen to you a little, even though it might be boring to listen to an adult,
Yeah.
right? And definitely
Probably
listen to
is.
an old guy. What do you
Yeah.
think some methods out there that we could use? Now we can't. We of course, spare the rod. That's gone.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
that's rarely used now.
Yeah. They don't.
What
They
other
don't.
methods? You being old school,
They don't took that away.
what would you say is some decent methods we might can do to kind of reach them a little bit? Good question, huh?
Lee. Yeah. It is, man. I don't see one. I just see that they're messing up the world, man. I see people. I see them destroying themselves, man. Hey, you got to look at what you just said about ain't no more spatter rod, you know,
Yeah.
and kids ain't listening at their mamas. Especially the guys, they mostly coming up in a broken home, you know. Ain't no daddy.
Hmm.
You did what I'm saying? And the guy, he gonna get so old and he gonna have something against dad and he gonna have an attitude and he ain't gonna do what his mama asked him to do.
And even if it's a father in the house, see, kids have more people to listen to than just in the household. That's what we're talking about, the
It,
internet and access to information. Like
but,
if I'm not feeling what my dad said, I can go online and get somebody to comfort me
hmm.
and convince me that the grass is greener, or hey,
Hmm.
no, you don't have to tolerate this.
Hmm.
It's man, it is.
Mm.
I don't see it getting any better, right? But what do you think? Now, I know I keep asking what you think because we can keep coming up with topics.
Hmm.
If you had to do it right now, let's say we'll do that. We do this often. Right now, if you had to do something to reach a teenager friend, families, a loved one, a teenager,
Mm-hmm.
they come to you now and say help,
Yeah.
or you see they need help. What would
Mm-hmm.
you say to them?
Mm-hmm. First, man, you know what I'm saying? I was asking about their mama and daddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, how you being treated, bro? I mean, why you this and why you asking me this and that, and you know what I'm saying? Why
Mm-hmm.
you think you might want to leave home or something at your age right now or something? Not like the person in the house with you, your parents or you know, whatever. But you gonna have to, boy, when he come to this world, you gonna have to grab him, and you gonna have to teach him or her. If you don't, ain't no hope for him, Lee. You know, they gonna only get up a certain side and do things, destroy themselves. You know, some got to give, man. Wars, rumors of wars,
Mm-hmm.
world wars, man, household wars, and that's what rumor. Hey,
Household wars. Wow, Dad, that's
yeah,
deep right there.
yeah. Everybody fighting in the house, ain't nobody paying nobody no attention. Your sister, your daughter's arguing, your son's arguing, you're arguing with your cousin and things and stuff like that.
So now the only reason you argue is because you think you know better,
Yeah,
right?
and you
Am I
don't.
right?
Yeah.
You think that your way is the way. So that's what we're talking about. Like, it's so many outside influences
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh
nobody's
yeah.
listening to anybody. That they
Excuse.
don't want. You get to choose who you listen to. Over and over and over again,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, if they're not saying what I want to say, that I feel the least path of resistance for me to do, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
talk to the next person and see if they giving it to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. If you got a smart kid, a good kid, man,
Hmm.
you know, you can get that. He can get that crowd. You can get that crowd over to him. But still though, I tell you what we can do right now. I guarantee you,
Hmm.
we can leave him walking, going through the neighborhood and stuff, and try to talk to some of these young guys. And the average one he ain't gonna listen to you. If he 14 or 15 years old, he ain't gonna listen to you. He gonna have to be 17 or 18.
A little
Yeah, I
older
mean,
and have
yeah, a little
experienced
older.
something. They
Yeah,
done experienced something to say, hey, I
right,
need to get right.
right. Said,
Hmm.
boy, I need to get right out. That was close.
Hmm.
You know.
So this old man probably said something decent.
Yeah, right. And he done said now, boy, if you don't tighten that up, it's gonna get you. You know.
Hmm.
The main thing you can tell young people is listen to your mother and father. You know. You got to talk to them about that. You know. Your mother and father is the key. They ain't gonna tell you nothing bad, but see, you gonna get a hair on you every now and then
Yes, sir.
anyway.
Yeah, just by what they call hormones.
Yeah,
Hormones will make you
yeah,
raise up, right?
yeah,
Until you have to fight them off, though.
right. But the police told me this.
Hmm.
Your brother had a natter that's running, doing whatever he wanted to do when he was coming up.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? His other brother come and get him, and they go to the gym and hang out up there. I done told him not to go. Don't go to the gym, man. You ain't got no business up there. After hours, they doing wrong things up there, and I don't want you up there.
And you knew that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
But they didn't want to listen to you.
it didn't work. It didn't work. I had to sneak up there. How about I had to sneak up the street and
And get him.
yeah.
Bring him home.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another question, man. And see, Dad, that goes into how society, and on that hamster wheel, chasing success, be good success or bad success,
Mm-hmm.
will have us convinced that we against everybody,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what title they have.
Mm-hmm.
Friends, family, loved ones, right? Mom, dad, cousin, uncle, a store manager, anything.
The-
So go ahead.
Excuse me. But I would just finna say that if you're gonna get in on one of them K's, on one of your kids' K's or whatever you're doing bad coming
Hmm.
up on, you have to get on it. You can't play with them, man. You know,
You got to be
you
serious.
you got to be serious from the very beginning with him
Hmm.
or her. And I'm not doing it being mean to you. I'm doing it because I love you and I want you to do the right thing.
Hmm.
I want you, when you grow up and I'm not with you no more, I want you to still be here doing the right thing, treating people right, talking to people right. You know, not going knocking on somebody's door, shooting him, or breaking in that man's car when he in there sleeping. He done worked all day trying to make a living and you taking what he got. You don't do that kind of stuff. And it'll be a better world, man. But they just got on the TV the other day about a group of guys still running around breaking in cars. I didn't think they do that no more.
Well, now you know how they break in them?
Yeah.
That people leave key fobs in the car. You know, like your keys.
Yeah.
If you leave your key in there, you just push the button and go.
Right, right.
So they looking for cars like that'll open automatically and the key fob is in it. Boom, gone. So let me ask you this. So I remember, and you can expound on this. I remember you was talking about the other day, about kids carrying guns 7 to 8 years old. You saw that where?
Man, huh?
What you seen that?
It was here.
Here
On the news here. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
there.
man.
Here. Yeah, was it Pelzer? Cherry Red or Pelzer 1? It was here. And then, you know what? We said 7 or 8. How about, what was that, 3? One that shot his cousin, one of their friends, a 3-year-old. One was 7, I think, and the other was 3. They toting guns. They getting access to their people's guns.
they not locking them up, man. They
Right.
playing
And they playing with them.
because they done saw a video.
Right. He done shot
Just the mug smoking everybody.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Then shot their cousin in the stomach. You know, they don't know whether he's gonna live or what. They find out tonight, I guess, or something like that. But you just think about it, man.
Yeah, not even 10 years old carrying guns.
What in the world? What in the world?
Hey, Jay can't get the words out because see, you gotta
Right.
think when he's
Yeah.
thinking, he's thinking back from the 40s.
Yeah, and then
Up
3
until
years
now.
old, man.
Yeah, I don't. It's like that wasn't even on my mind.
Right.
But it goes into the culture,
Yeah.
the
And
cultural
just think,
conditioning that. Dad, so think about this: the average movie come on TV or in the movie theater, everybody's shooting guns.
yeah, they got it. They know it. They know
Every
how to
show,
do it.
dang near, everybody's shooting guns.
You got
Dang near, right?
Yes, sir. 3 years old. He might have them guns. I might walk in there and he might just boom.
Yeah, and he playing.
Yeah.
In his mind,
Don't
he
know
just
that.
playing.
Yeah. Done shot you. Man.
Like, ha, grandpa, pow, pow. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
you just killed your
That
granddad.
give you granddad.
He ain't got no clue.
Not knowing what you're doing. He
Yeah.
laughing, probably laughing.
So let me ask you this, cause this is it. Everybody, listen. I'm gonna ask this question for everybody just to kind of think about it a little bit. Consider this, Dad. Do you think we're losing more teens
Mm-hmm.
than we're saving?
I think that. Yeah, we losing. Yes, sir. They down like flies, man.
Are they getting in trouble? Are they dropping out of school? Are they?
Yeah. They ain't got no teachers, man. These homes, in the home. It starts in the home. And people letting them baby crawl across the floor when they get so they can crawl or stand up, pull up and stand up on something. They learn them how to say ML. They learn them how to cuss.
I've seen that on social media too.
Yeah,
Kids
call
cuss.
him so and so something. Call him so and so so and so. And this standing there saying that.
Mhm.
You know, when you letting it, you know, you don't do that.
So you know what you got to think about too now. Think about back in the day, they used to have parental advisory warning on something, right? And they wouldn't even have cussing back in the day on TV, regular TV, right?
Right.
But now, a child cussing is just is normal,
Yeah.
no matter what the color is
Yeah.
either. I've seen them all.
It went on Facebook now do it. Just cussing like a grown man. And they
Consistently,
laughing.
saying over and over.
Yeah. And the parents are still standing there laughing like it's funny.
And I bet you they got 1 million views,
I guarantee
hundreds
you.
of thousands.
And guess what?
So think about somebody else, baby, what?
Yeah.
That you've seen.
Yeah. And it know. What I'm saying, it know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 6 months and that I could walk in the house and know me and just start to smiling and stuff like
Yeah.
that. She know. They know, man. They smart.
Oh yeah, kids are
They
smart earlier,
Weaker
man.
and wiser. Weaker and wiser.
Oh, hold up, Dad. Hold up. I've never heard that. Have you heard that before?
Mm-hmm.
How old were you when you heard that? You think?
Shoot, barely old enough to remember something.
That they say weaker
Yeah.
and wiser.
You know what I'm saying? Now
Hold on, yeah, explain to everybody what you mean.
They probably know what I'm talking about right
Well,
now.
explain, because a lot of people don't, because you just got me.
Okay.
I kind of get a picture of it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're getting smarter, but you weak.
Yeah.
You don't know how to use your
shooting
smarts.
shooting
But
up
go
each
ahead.
other. That's what I'm talking about. Shooting, killing up each other. Hey, but it's just like, here I go. The Bible said, God said,
Mm-hmm.
the generation right before the end of time, they would be very weaker and wiser. They be so wild they're gonna destroy themselves.
Man, you making me look that up. Weaker and
Yeah,
wiser.
I'm telling you, it's
I
the
never
truth,
heard that.
man. And I'm looking at it. I
Mhm.
see it. You know, yeah. They don't care what they do. They learn how to do it and do it.
Like because they don't know repercussions behind it.
That's right.
They don't get the fact that, hey, what you're doing is wrong.
That's right. Ain't nobody tell them. You know, the average one you see say you hate the police. You know, if you treat the police right, I'm sure he's gonna treat you back right. If you talk to him like somebody with some sense.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you go out there cussing and raising sand at him and going in your pocket at him, hey, he ain't got to be the police to take you out. You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, because everybody can carry a gun.
That's
now,
right.
As long as you got a pulse.
And they got him. They got him. Guaranteed. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, listen. You gotta listen to this, right? So, I had Matthews 10:16, which reads, "Behold, I send you forth as a sheep in the midst of wolves. Be you therefore wise as serpents, and and harmless as doves." The weaker, man, that's crazy. That's wow. The weaker vessel is found in the Bible. 1 Peter 3:7. Wow.
You got it.
Weaker in, I see wisdom. Oh, here we go. Here we go right here. 1 Corinthians 1:19 through 20, highlighting that God's wisdom surpasses the wisdom of the world. Dad, I tell you, man, that one of the things about we're losing more than we're saving.
Mm-hmm.
And we got to look at it nowadays, not as raising, we're saving.
Mm-hmm.
So raising need to go. Well, hey, everybody, that's optional. You do what you want to do, of course. But it's getting to the point where it's beyond just raising a child.
Mm-hmm.
You're saving them.
Yeah.
You're saving them from the world, right? You're saving them really from information, false information, having 1,000 people influence them on decisions. You're saving them like, hey, you need to kind of discern what you got coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So discern what you're reading. Like, hey, man, think about what you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what you're seeing. Think about what people say to you. Think about who you have close to you. Think about these things, because we can't just happenstance in them anymore.
Right.
Because a lot of things have malicious intent.
Mm-hmm. You're right, man. It's just sad how the world gonna be, man. Say 50 years from now.
Ooh, man. I'll be bait dirt.
Man.
Worm food.
Ooh, wee, man.
So think about that, man. That's gonna be something.
It is. It is, man.
It's like the movies that you see on TV, the virtual, when it's tell about the future, where you got everybody stacked on top of each other and the big worlds, and like it's no law really.
Yeah.
Everybody just kind of existing, right?
Right.
It's one of them things that I tell you, Dad. So, what would you say, since we here talking about this? What would you say about to a child that's what's up, Big Skeet? To a child that's to a parent saving a child by being part of everything they do, right? You got to be part of everything they do, because you can't leave them on their own, because those people around them and things around them trying to victimize them. And what I mean by victimize them, I'm not saying hurt or death. I'm saying use them to get what they want.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. When you looking at YouTube, them people using you to click on it.
Right.
To get
Click on
money.
this button.
Yeah, to
Click
get
on
money.
these 3 right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you say to that parent by just kind of just pay attention to everything your child is
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah. They need to pay attention, man, and stay on him.
Mm-hmm.
That way he gonna be right. He gonna be careful about what he do. If you stay on him right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he'll be careful about what he does and stuff like that, man. You know, but you got to do it. You can't love him so much till you not get on him for doing something that he don't need to be doing.
Don't keep giving him passes.
Right. You got to let it get him, and then you get him and tell him why you getting him.
Well, you know, a lot of parents see letting them slide as being a good parent.
Nah.
Oh, I'm a good parent because I give them the freedoms.
Nah, you ain't nothing.
Yes, you ain't nothing.
No.
You ain't nothing.
Train that child. Hey, man.
Because they want to be known as a good parent, though.
Mm-hmm.
So they let them do the freedoms and just, instead of, like you say, be on them. Now my child got to call me a good parent, but under the child's breath, the child saying they can't stand you.
That's right. He can say what he want to say, as long as he said under their breath.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, like I said, I'm old school, like you say. You know what I'm saying?
Jim, you go in front of the camera.
And ain't now.
We record.
And ain't now. Ain't now gonna.
Go ahead, you can peek in like that so everybody can see you. And y'all see Big Cuzzo right here. Keep going on, Big Jill. Yeah, so how do you balance that out though, Dad? Where you're not giving so much. Yeah, you want one?
No, I was just.
Yeah, you don't want to have so much control and they still have some freedoms. How do you balance that?
Man, only thing I can tell you, man, is you got to get him from the beginning. You got to work with him from the beginning.
And just stay on.
Yep.
Stay on point.
Let people say what they got to say. You stay on your kids and your grandkids as long as you not too old to be around here no more. And still stay on your kids and your grandkids. Tell them exactly what you think. You know, don't beat around the bush. Tell him what you think.
Yes,
and
sir.
he gonna know that you being straight up with him when you say something to him.
Yes, sir.
You know, and he gonna know how to go and be straight up with people.
Well, that goes into the My Opinion book series that I talk about in Fixing Unbroken Me.
Mm-hmm.
If we're transparent and open with our children as early as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and telling the truth, not no fairy tale truth, and they have to go through life trial and error, which they don't get as many trial and errors as we did.
Right.
So just be, like you said, upfront from the beginning.
Yep. And
Real life stuff.
He ain't gonna think then, oh, I can do this, and Pops will let me slide,
Mm-hmm.
or Uncle let me slide, or Granddad let me slide.
Nobody letting you slide. We all on one accord.
If we a team, me and you one more, me and you Jim Lee and one more, and when they do something wrong in the family, they know we coming.
Yes, sir.
It'll be less than that.
Well, you know what you got to think about that too now, because society has gotten away from letting family help raise family.
Well, Lee, when they do that right there,
Mm-hmm.
well, you get yourself away too. Leave it alone.
And let it be.
Yeah.
And don't come complaining now.
That's right.
When they
That's
trying
right.
to put you in the headlock.
Only now see what you're doing now. Now he can't come to me and talk that that you letting him talk, cause I'm gonna buzz him in the mouth.
Yes, sir.
Straight period, point blank. You ain't gonna talk to me that way. So don't let your kids talk that way, and they won't be talking that way to other people.
They'll know how to respect folks.
Yeah, respect people, man.
Okay.
You talking that way to that man, he might hit you in your mouth, and you ain't old enough to beat him. You ain't big enough to beat him.
You ain't got no old woman strength.
And if you talking to a grown person that way, I'm not gonna get him for you disrespecting him like that. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna get you.
Okay.
You know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you.
Okay. Well, hey everybody. Hey, thank you for joining Constructive Talk. Hey, I also click the link below. TWIGtv is popping. We're shooting some series now, some constructive series. I look forward to you joining us, and hey, just stay part of the movement.
They gonna like that.
The constructive movement. Okay. All right. Later.
Peace.